Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, Crown Jewel will take place. How you doing?
Where will it take place, you know?
It'll take place.
Nice, right. I'm good, how are you?
It'll take place.
A man sent me 2 emails this week saying that his
Oman?
Oman.
Oh, right.
The country of
I
Oman.
thought you were getting involved with the whole political global situation.
This man's pal, forget your name, sorry, has a ticket for the Raw or the SmackDown in the days after Crown Jewel, and apparently he's seen something which means it's going to take place in the Manchester Arena or something.
It sounds dubious.
There we go. That's why I didn't reply to it.
Oh, so they'll go right from to Manchester. I mean, that's a very long trip.
Yes. It's on the way, I guess, sort of.
On the way. Just drop us off. Anywhere around here.
Second star to the left. And straight on till morning.
What's that
Beautiful.
from?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Oh, right.
I don't know what that accent's from, like. I think that accent's from a man. Anyway, how you doing, Ross? Good to see you
Aye,
back.
champion. All the better for seeing you.
Filthy lying. And where were you last week?
I was ill. I was in bed, drinking whiskey. Had 2 bottles of whiskey in about 5 days. It was great.
Does that help?
Hot toddy.
Oh, right.
I've been drinking whiskey inadvertently
What did you
since
do?
about the age of 8. Because my man would make hot toddies, which are a double shot of whiskey, tablespoon, the smallest spoon of sugar. I always forget. Teaspoon. And then you top it with boiling water, and you have it before it cools down, and it sweats you out, you know.
I bet.
So I
Like a fat lass at a disco, as my dad used to say. And that work? Or
Yeah,
we just ill and having a nice time?
I think it's just got that sort of rhythm now. When you're ill, you have a bottle of whiskey.
It'd
And
help
if
you
that doesn't work, you have another bottle of whiskey.
It'd help you sleep as well.
Yeah.
You'd be knackered.
I've just slept all day for like a week, so my sleeping pattern's arse backwards. So I've just slept for 15 hours last night and made it even worse.
Awesome.
Yeah, stayed up and watched SmackDown live, SmackDown
Oh.
1000 live, and then completely undid all that good work of staying up for a night. So that's where we'll find ourselves today. How are you? Nobody
better
asked
than
you, do you?
No, no one cares. No, I'm doing very good, thank you. Nothing new or exciting to report, so we'll talk to Jack.
I'm all right as well. Nothing new or exciting to report.
We should have asked you last. New and exciting report in our lives, but in wrestling, Jack.
Go on. Oh, for news?
Yeah,
For news.
that was the
I
segue.
can just chuck them all out there if you want, all the bits of news.
Kind of head. We'll throw them.
The big ones, obviously the big Crown Jewel situation, and I don't know if we should get into that because it's so complicated. But also, there's been stuff like, Ross just told me today at the time of recording that WWE have signed a 7'3" man. And off camera, I showed you a little video of him playing basketball, and he's a big boy.
Not only does he is he 7'3", but he weighs 370 pounds apparently.
Whew. Oh yeah, I got a few closer pictures of him. He's not like Ryback, but he's like, you know, when someone looks like thick, like dense, like granite. just
Rye
naturally
Shack.
big. Yeah, Rye Shack.
Ties
yeah.
into basketball as well.
I like that you said he's 7'3". Yeah, I'd like to point out he's also hefty. He's 7'3" and 150 pounds. He's going to be wrestling a strong wind at the.
But he's called Jordan Omogbehin, college basketballer in America, large bloke, probably going to end up on the main roster. If he can, because
There'll be people rolling their eyes and going, "Oh, it's just a big man. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men." But Braun Strowman a few months ago
coined that?
proved Johnny, forgotten it again. Johnny Knockout. That's his name, isn't
Johnny Knockout,
Aye.
the wrestler.
See,
I thought it was you. I'm sorry, pal.
He-
No,
sort
I
of
took
adapted
it. I took it.
Adapted
next
it.
week. I put it into a little song because that's what I
Yeah.
do. So talented.
Still say tweets about that, by the way.
But Braun Strowman proved that all to be wrong when people roll their eyes about just another big man, because when he was hot, it was good, wasn't it? And then they've just killed him.
Yeah, good. That Braun doesn't make up for Kozlov,
Carly.
Ezekiel
Kozlov?
Jackson, all the other big
Kozlov?
slobs we've had over the years.
Kozlov was
thick
thick,
daddy, wasn't he?
but he wasn't he's probably taller than all of us, but
Yeah,
not like.
signed because of what he looks like, not
Right.
what he does.
I see what you mean.
So I imagine backstage Triple H is
Bautista.
basically trying to hide this 7'3" guy before Vince sees him. Triple H is
that?
like, look, Johnny Gargano, I know he doesn't look that way, but he's think he's good. And then Vince's like, all right, I think I will. Who's that? He's like, no, NXT's ruined.
Triple H just plopping a curtain over the top of this guy. Doesn't even reach his body. It's just
What's that? It's a tripod.
Two of the people you mentioned there pinned The Undertaker, which I found quite funny.
Kozlov.
And then Carly pinned him with a foot on the chest.
Oh,
Oh, good times.
Worked out well for them, didn't it?
Yep. What are we doing now? More news. Kevin Owens has got 2 big bandages in time for Halloween.
Yeah.
Which is quite handy.
God damn it.
So yeah, he was written off Raw last week thanks to Bobby Lashley, and it turns out he's got 2 knee injuries.
Yeah.
In both knees. He's had a double knee surgery.
Is that why he's been like flying around, landing on his back and stuff like that, with those crazy bumps?
Yeah.
Oh,
David Meltzer reckons that he'll be back by around February, March time. So in time for KO Mania.
And-
4?
Yay.
5?
3.
Oh, never mind.
4.
No, it is 4.
4.
Yeah, yeah.
4, right.
16, 17, 18, 19,
Yeah.
4.
Right.
And Sami Zayn is also going to be back then-ish. So that's worked out well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And we should talk about, I remember the big one. It was almost a week ago now, but Austin Aries. What was he doing? Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Apparently it's a work, isn't it?
No.
I read one report online, which means it obviously has to be true, that it's going to kick off a loose cannon storyline involving, and loose cannon was the term they used, because obviously Brian Pillman, that's the only way you'd know that storyline in wrestling.
Right.
That's going to kick off Austin Aries, and that was the start of it, which I don't like because it's WCW hokey. This is real, but it's not real bollocks.
Because that to me, I'm really surprised that it's a work, because it was right at the end of the show and it basically said, all of what you've just seen doesn't matter. This is the only real thing. And I thought, well, it's got to be just one man then, just being a dick. But no. Apparently. Well, I hope.
I've got to say that's not confirmed, by
Right.
the way. That's just one report I saw with.
Oh, well, yeah, wow. A feud that was built on, is it real or not, with TMZ
Well,
getting involved.
and
the
I
Hall of
love
Fame.
that- I love that
Would
press
you believe
That
it
press conference-
ended
yeah, I like the press
like
conference
that?
It was like what
Did
5-star
you?
wrestling should have done.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like it because it's like they don't do angles at the WWE Hall of Fame. It is kept with respect. So next
that's true.
time,
That's true.
they're going to put,
Hey.
I don't know, Bobby Roode in or whatever. Once WWE bought them.
Mick Foley pinned Chris Jericho at the Hall of Fame that time when CM Punk counted the pinfall.
I did have
That's a
it.
charming
Goldberg had a
moment.
go at Roman for stealing his spear.
Oh yeah.
There's one. There's a shoot promo for you.
Oh.
No, but I liked it with the swearing and whatnot. It felt a bit more.
Poor Abyss is like, thank you guys. I'm glad I've been so valuable to you. Yeah, whatever, time for the angle. Go up the stage, you bum. I'm like,
You do see him sort of floating about in the footage trying to break it up. He's like just the largest one.
Just
there.
got his bit of paper like, follow Abyss at Abyss Wrestling.
Nothing will beat our pal, our saviour, Jake Hager, running into a door at the 5-star press conference.
I forgot about it. I love him. You always bring up 5-star.
It's my favourite promotion.
Yeah.
Or was, sorry, rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. But it's a shame that, there are lots of good stuff on the show, but the only thing people are talking about is this attempt at going, shades of grey, and lots of grey for Austin Aries.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, Austin Aries lost the Impact Championship in the main event to Johnny Impact.
Johnny 205.
And then after taking 2 finishes in a row, one his own finisher, one Johnny's finisher, he just stood up, shouted at commentary where Don Callis was, and walked off.
Yeah.
Knee sell everything.
Near selling.
It was
And then Doug Hollis was like, "Oh my God, he's shooting! He's going off the
he
script."
didn't. That's the
No, he
thing. They didn't mention it at all, which made me think it's like real. I thought it was real.
Well, I mean, it makes sense for WWE to bring back all their stars from '98: Kane, Undertaker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, wrestling Saudi Arabia. That we might as well take the other crap ideas. So, rumor has it it's going to come back with Gilbert
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jarrett.
and the fake pregnancy angle.
Oh, and the Abyss's Hall of Fame ring. That was a good one.
That was good.
That was really good.
But yes,
Other news from this week. Rey Mysterio's schedule for the rest of the year has been announced. Because that's what happens normally. He's been announced for Survivor Series, TLC, and the SmackDown in Manchester.
Oh.
As well as a bunch of house shows. He's a proper full-time WWE superstar until the end of the year at least.
Oh, Ray.
And his first championship shot's been announced as well for Starrcade. He's going to have a match for the United States Championship.
Oh, they're doing that again.
Still
the
a house show again.
Yeah, still a house show.
right.
With 2 cage matches. Becky and Charlotte and Joe and Styles.
Okay. Jones.
wow,
I thought it was over.
that's like a hell of a house show.
Oh, God, when does that take place?
Let's have a look.
24th of November, I think it was.
Why?
Oh.
Because when does Brian get his shot? That might have just spoiled that finish, is it?
Oh, well,
Oh no, it's
I'm
only if
assuming
he's
it's-
champion at
Yeah,
that time.
Can't
yeah,
subject
don't-
to change.
yeah,
I fell into that trap there.
You know, we have screwed
Wrestling.
was it Old Japan in 1990 with that because they were like, "Oh, Hogan is the champ. It's going to wrestle Terry Gordy, our champ, or whatever." And then Hogan lost the belt to Ultimate Warrior, and they're like, "What? Well, no one wants to see this match now." So Gordy refused to do it. So they did Hogan versus Hansen instead.
one of my favourite Hogan promos ever is when he goes up to New Japan and he's just in his quiet voice, just like, that other title's a toy. That's the WWF Championship. Hogan. What an arsehole. Okay.
The final bit of news.
Ooh.
Chris Jericho wasn't invited to SmackDown 1000.
Well, we've not been invited. It was Cruz, so I don't feel sorry for him.
There we go.
well,
Ha ha.
Let's move on then.
Speculatory news on the Young Bucks, Cody, etc. All saying, well, this is the last design of this Bullet Club t-shirt I can sell.
Now,
What does that mean,
they're not
Jack?
going to WWE, are they? Come on.
I can't see it happening unless it's for like a truck full of money.
Why would they go?
In which case, Vince does actually have one of those right now. From a certain. Anyway, what were we saying?
Why would they go? You know, everyone knows that they're making lots of money on the indies.
They seem like quite stubborn people. So I reckon
Yeah.
they could go just to go, we're here, this is how it's going to happen if you want us. Do it. Then they can, when they've done that, and say, look, we conquered that thing as well.
Yeah,
I guess.
that's true. That could happen, but I can't. It just seems. I think it all just seems like a marketing ploy, doesn't it, to get everyone like, ooh, what's
buy
going to happen
t-shirts.
next? And then also this sort of thing always happens around, not necessarily with these guys, but this sort of thing always happens around the end of the year when Wrestle Kingdom's approaching. Ever since Styles
That's right,
and Nakamura
actually,
and Anderson and Gallows all
Apparently
jumped.
their contracts roll up on New Year's Day, isn't it? And Hangman, the news with Hangman Page was he was waiting to say yes or no until he found out whether they were going to join him or not.
There's also
Because he'd be knackered without them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like he is he's the me of Cultaholic.
Can you do it?
Don't leave.
Can you do a shooting star off the apron?
Yes, he
I
can.
have
He'll
to?
do it now.
With my head.
There's also like this all sort of ties into the news that's been rumbling on and getting really weird about the backstage atmosphere in New Japan.
Right.
Harold May or Mai, I've been told both by the comments now. I don't know what to say. But Harold Dutchman is him and Meltzer have been going back and forth a little bit
All right.
about the existence of a man named Michael Craven. It's all a bit burn after read him. Have you seen that? Or it's all a bit Coen Brothers generally, where like
Yeah.
they thought Meltzer named this guy who was apparently the new general manager backstage in New Japan and was causing just loads of trouble. He didn't understand wrestling. He would say weird things to the wrestlers. They didn't like him. None of the boys liked him. And then Harold May came back and went, no, that's not true. And then Reddit did some research and found out that Michael Craven doesn't exist. Or like, they found out
What the hell is
They
this?
found out that there's another Michael Craven also in Tokyo who works for like an HR company or something and still works there and doesn't. He's been getting death threats and stuff, but he doesn't work in wrestling. Then another twist, they found out there are two Michael Cravens, and it's just like
This is amazing.
I know, yeah, it's mental. I'm really excited to see what happens next.
Wow.
One of them's going to get assassinated.
So one of them's Michael Craven, one of them's NWO Michael Craven. What was he saying crazy stuff backstage? Hey guys, how about not hitting yourself for real in the face? This dickhead.
I don't know. It's just I'm really excited to see what happens next. If my name was Michael Craven, and I lived in Tokyo, I'd be getting a plane out of there. I think his life's in danger.
Groucho Marx must have glasses on. I am more interested in that storyline than anything New Japan have done. In
Storyline, you say?
Yeah.
No, come on. Yeah, it's been a bit quiet since the G1, but you know, Wrestle Kingdom always delivers. It'll be fine. Omega and Tanahashi, the lads, past versus present, Japan versus Canada. That old rivalry.
That doesn't sound like a World Cup to me.
Oh, how many Americans now have qualified?
8.
All of them.
All of them.
They're all
8.
American.
Well, Rey Mysterio,
He's from born in San Diego.
What about Drew?
Yeah.
We lost.
they lost.
Yes.
Jeez.
Randy, Kurt,
USA.
Cena,
Really USA.
Ziggler,
Probably so USA.
Ray.
By way of Germany.
Ray.
By way of Mexico.
3 more SmackDowns people. I
Seth
can't remember.
Rollins.
Yeah, they're all
They're all
whatever,
American. All
they're
American.
Americans.
That's all you need to know. It's not a World Cup, is it? It's a King of the Ring.
It's a World Series.
to determine the best in the world. The crown
America.
jewel.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
So I'm going to start this by saying, did he get in? Did he get into the Hall of Fame?
Did who get in?
What?
My nomination from 2 weeks ago, Mr. Daniel Hinkles.
No.
Don't disappoint me by saying he didn't get into the Hall of Fame.
Surely you did not miss last week's episode.
I was arse deep in whiskey in bed at the same time.
Maybe you watched it and forgot.
When I turned up last week for this podcast, I obviously wasn't on the one before that where you nominated Dan Hinkles. So when Pachi said it, I couldn't believe you had the audacity to do that.
I've come to a realisation in the last few weeks of this podcast is that I miss 5-star wrestling greatly.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he get in then?
He
And you
didn't
sat
get-
down.
I'm
You
sorry,
are.
I'm sat down.
He did not.
Oh.
It turns out the only people that are watching or caring about 5-star wrestling is the 3 people sat at this table.
Where else are you going to see Jody Fleisch versus Alberto Del Rio in Belfast?
For 5 people.
There was a snowstorm at that show and no one could get to the arena. That's right.
I mean, that is actually true, but if it had been blazing outside...
No one could get there apart from Del Rio. The most, like, flaky man.
Yeah, who flew there?
He was on holiday in Spain at the time. I remember that story. Wonderful.
What a shame, eh? I'm bummed out now.
What a beautiful segue to the Hall of Fame. We don't have a song for that, do we?
Bummed out.
Bummed Out, Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there's a song for the Hall of Fame. And it's time for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame, he says in a posh voice with his posh music in the background.
But you usually do it, so I was wanting you to do it.
Do I?
Yeah.
Time, everybody, get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember who I nominated this
Love the
week.
chemistry we have. Go on.
I went for a quite obscure YouTuber, and I doubt he's got in, called Bruffy, who does
No, it's roughly like 3519.
1332, I think.
It's like a cheat code.
Yeah, but he basically does Grand Theft Auto videos, Ross, where he races around on Grand Theft Auto Online mode.
Is that right, Jack?
And then I'm just telling you because Matthew's already heard this, and I'm explaining it to you. Races around on GTA Online, and every lap his car gets randomized. So you might get a tractor, you might get a sports car, and there's him and like 20 other lads doing this race, and he gets really annoyed. He's like, "Well, why have I got a slow car?" And I'm thinking, well, that's the very point of what you do. But it reminded me of wrestling fans because no one hates wrestling more than wrestling fans. That was why, right? Can't remember who Pachi went for.
Randy Newman or Simon
Travis.
Garfunkel. Jumpers.
Right.
The concept of woolen clothing.
Jelly deals.
Yeah, what was yours?
I forget. So let's say it was KMFDM.
The winner's in the top corner of the board.
Oh, let's
there he
see
is.
who it is. Oh, it's...
that was yeah, fair enough. It's Buddy Murphy.
Oh, of course it was.
Bloody hell. Yeah, that was Pachi's, wasn't it?
Don't
Not
forget
Jelly
every
Deals.
week what we actually voted for. It's enough to remember all the wrestlers and all the news and all the stuff. What do you vote for on this show that
Someone's
you picked?
fallen off, but I'll get them in a bit.
It's all right.
So this week then, who wants to go first?
I've got one.
Oh, I've got one as well.
Go on, if you want.
This was just because I was asking my friend, what do I want to put in the Hall of Fame? What do I like? And I think it's just because all the memories being shown on SmackDown 1000 and the Raw anniversary. I don't think it doesn't get anywhere near as much love as it deserves. Gangrel's entrance.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
With or without the Brood, doesn't matter because they all left him and got away. Was it like the Edge and Christian were there to help like big up Gangrel, and then Edge ended up with multiple world championships, King of the Ring, etc. Christian ended up being obviously, and Gangrel currently wrestles sometimes in Biker.
I watched a shoot interview with Gangrel because that's
Do.
it's a thing on the Beatles, isn't it? That the
the
the whispering, yeah.
Yeah, number 9. Number 9.
But I was watching a shoot interview with Gangrel because I've got no life, and he said that the brew was put together so Edge had a vet alongside of him because Edge was always earmarked to be a main eventer.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, does he seem like a nice man?
Yeah, he seems like a well put together fella.
That's good.
Despite the vampire and porn.
Gangrel rules.
12
good
times.
things.
So
There's a reference that nobody will get apart from the people who know.
yeah.
Gangrel rules 12.
But anyway,
It's like,
we'll tell you after. Yeah, that's a good one. I like the Royal Rumble. I think it's 99 when he comes. The one with the really good crowd, and he comes down, and all the crowd.
Oh, the
are
crowd are
like,
doing that.
like
Yeah, because they do that, and I think it's
Bum, bum,
Golga as well because they do the ICP.
See
The
the one on
greatest show.
Reddit this week where it was quite cool, a cool attitude era moment where the Undertaker's on his throne in the middle of the ramp, so they have to walk by him and down. 'Cause
Ah,
it's quite a cool moment, you know.
that's quite cool.
I liked that as a kid. It was interesting to read Undertaker hating every bit of it because it was like, all right, not just a dead guy with a fat dude with a urn. Now I'm like, I have a cult. I wear leather.
I remember when he used to strap Christian with a belt across the back.
Yeah.
Kinky.
Well, they sliced open Midian's wrist and did blood to him, and your dad walks in and goes, "What the hell is this?" And you're like,
Tried to embalm Stone Cold.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Tried to marry Stephanie McMahon.
He
An
could have
unholy
He could have ended
marriage.
it there and he didn't. What a bastard Stone Cold is, eh?
Also, I
Save
forgot.
it.
I went back to some other stuff, and I forgot that Undertaker and Big Show, when they were the Unholy Alliance,
Yeah.
actually had their own song together.
Yeah.
Really?
Not like a "I love you."
I think the lights for their entrance were different, like Triple H's different coloured flashing,
Right.
which I didn't like. But the theme was all right. It was like a
Yeah, it was
And
like,
Knights wanted to walk
Well,
to.
it's my best
to-
friend.
yeah, I like and respect his
like-
opinions.
It's like an evil upbeat marching song.
Oh.
Right?
Ah,
Walk along like that.
Nice.
We split the bill when we eat out.
What did Undertaker left Big Show in the desert without a...
That's the only thing I remember was that promo, and it wasn't. Was that the one that Jericho came out and was like, "You've been boring everybody for 10 minutes with that god awful promo"? And he was backstage, just like, "Yeah, we realize now. Don't point that out to me again. Don't call us boring when we're being boring. It doesn't make anyone look good." And Jericho had to wrestle China for 6 months.
So Gangrel's entrance, anyway.
Yeah, I'm not changing the Big Show and Undertaker now.
prob-
Yeah, no, I'm
no,
saying
it's
we're
probably
Gangrel.
good.
Good old gangers.
I'm going to go for a pay-per-view. Been obviously doing quite a bit of content preparation for Survivor Series. So I recently went back and watched Survivor Series 98. The one with the massive Russo series.
The best thing he ever did.
It was good. It was an enjoyable pay-per-view,
What,
right?
this fake screw job?
No.
The second screw
Yes,
job.
sorry.
The,
yes,
the
yes.
whole night.
But the whole night.
as
was-
one story is like, okay, well done. Everything else he did is like, whatever. But yeah, this is one of his best things he ever
For
did.
those who haven't seen it, one night tournament for the vacant WWF Championship. Not the most conventional number for the amount of people in a tournament. 14. A 14-man tournament. Knockout. A lot of buys and stuff like that. And it's like Lost. Because you watch it the first time, you think, oh, Vince, the story is Vince does not want Rock or Austin to win this tournament, right? He's like, no, I can't be having that. So he does everything he can to not let them win. Bossman gets ended twice. He's trying to take people out. He batters Austin with a nightstick.
Right.
He gets rolled up by the Rock in like 5 seconds. And then it emerges that Vince and Rock were working together all along. And you go back and watch it, and everything the Bossman does, it was deliberately to like help the Rock.
yeah.
It's
Watch it
like,
back, you're like,
it's like the
oh,
Sixth Sense.
that's why.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
But
yeah.
like, there's one part where he slides a nightstick to like the Rock's opponent, but Rock intercepts it. But yeah, he
Accidentally.
accidentally slided to the Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. It's a bit of a car crash, but it's an entertaining pay-per-view.
I tell you, you watch it, you're like, wait. They redo the screw job because like Vince's chosen one is Mankind at that point. So it ends like Rock, Mankind, and it's
Yeah,
just like do the reference to the screw job last year. And
Turn
he's just
Mankind
like,
face.
oh,
Yeah.
and then that was it. Which they needed to do because Austin was out. He was already injured. He did Buried Alive the next month, then was out for a bit.
Right.
So yeah, it was just Rock, Mankind for a few months.
I mean, it's a silly pay-per-view, but it's fun.
Oh, but it works so well.
It's fun. It was more fun than the really sensible tournament they did like 4 years ago. Where it was Roman, Dean, Del Rio, and Owens.
What a wet fart that was. When every single person, even the 5-year-old, watch wrestling for the first time goes, Sheamus is going to cash in after Roman Reigns wins it. And that's what happened. It was like, okay.
I remember the reaction to that because Sheamus cashed in, everyone online was like, yeah! And then there was a dawning realization of like, I don't know if I like this actually.
Yeah, and he got that one half-decent promo the night afterwards. We had the time, like Sheamus,
Yes.
the time of the day. Like, okay, this might be good. And it wasn't.
Earlier in that night, Sheamus was in like a comedy tag match, a heel promo where he was with the New Day, I think, and he tried to be cool like them, and he went, it's time for Sheamus and the New Day to get jiggy on these posers. And everyone was like, what's he doing? And by the end of the night, he was WWE champion.
Then he slipped the nightstick.
Yeah. So
Good
that's
choice.
That's mine, Survivor Series 98.
Very attitude Aries, so maybe that'll help you.
I was going to go for Impact until I found out it was potentially hokey bollocks and not legit shooting.
What, wrestling?
Yeah.
Not Ninja.
No, the Austin. I was going to go for the press conference because I really enjoyed the press conference.
Oh, you're allowed to enjoy it. It's just
Yeah.
I am very cynical and old. And I looked at that and went, fake.
I enjoyed it. It was a bit different to the norm. But I'm going to go for Tegan Knox instead because this week her injury was aired.
Yeah.
Christ almighty, what an uncomfortable 5-10 minutes that is. I know they cut a bit out, but still, it's
When she's trying to carry
really,
on.
really bad.
Oh, right.
And I watched I think it was on the YouTube channel perhaps, the show Triple H consoling her when she's backstage getting seen to. And she says, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. It's like, why are you apologising?
Oh,
Rich goes, I
What a-
continued
what a-
my tag match with Austin against Jericho Benoit over torn quad.
It's just a horrible commentary on the wrestling business as a whole that somebody has to apologise for getting injured where they had no control.
credit to Paul. He was like, it's fine. He
Aye.
wasn't like, what are you doing?
Well, doesn't she have to that in the position? Because obviously it's out of her control. But she's
Yeah.
like, whatever.
I think I read it as like, oh, she's sorry that she just like, because there was like obviously going to be something else for her in the future, and if she felt like she blew it. And I think this is going to, I sound really cynical and all here, but I think this is going to help her in the long run. I think it's really going to help people.
Well, the fact that they've done a YouTube video and everything like that means like, oh, okay, because it could be like, whatever. What was her name? Doesn't matter. The fact that they're showing the video
Yeah.
and giving her time to shine
they've
despite
definitely
being
invested in
injured,
it.
it's like, oh, okay, good. That's
What a
good sign.
series of My Sacrifice promos we could have with her and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
all
bring
coming
back
out of the hospital
Beautiful
together.
Day getting played in the background. My sacrifice as well.
It's like the astronauts walking to the rocket in Armageddon.
Was it Angle who had clocks? By
Coldplay?
Aye, on his My Sacrifice thing.
He might have, yeah. I know you're
That was
talking about.
weird, that one.
But yeah, she's just like proper sound as well.
She follows me on Twitter, so I wish her the best.
She was one of like the most genuinely nice people backstage at WCPW. We went on one night out together. Thought I was gonna get to know her, you know. Had a bit of a chat. Not like no.
I thought you were going somewhere else.
No,
What a
thought-
smashing
not
blouse
like
you have on
that.
Nixon New.
No. Smashing blouse. What the? No, just thought because we were at the bar somewhere and we were just chatting about stuff. But then,
Is that from Avon?
But
It looks
then-
brilliant.
what do you think I am? But then Sam Driver came over and started talking to her about like
Twin
Japanese
Peaks.
wrestling
probably
history.
something like
Bored
that.
it to
So
death.
I just
Bill Nakano, what a woman.
So I just left it there. Could have been best mates with her. Wasn't meant to be.
See me tats.
I don't have any.
It's Sam, I think.
Sam.
Oh right, sorry. Anyway,
That's your job line. Receive me tats. I haven't got it.
it just turns out that Nixon's Tegan is a massive fan of Twin Peaks, and they just head off immediately.
Oh, okay. Nixon knew. I'm going to vote for your thing then if she's a Twin Peaks fan.
I watched the trailer for Mulholland Drive for the first time. Speaking of David
Oh,
Lynch,
good
What's that
times.
film about? Have you seen
How
it?
long have we got?
What's
Yes.
What's it about? I don't understand. We'll talk about this another time. Sorry, everyone. But I nearly nominated Mulholland
Somebody goes to
Drive,
Hollywood to find success.
and none of it's real.
However, it's one of these films where there's no definitive answer about what happens. It's very normal until something happens, and then you go, hang on, what? And either people will love it because it's Lynch, and you go, wow, I like the fact that I have to interpret that in my own thing. And other people can go, what happened? Give me a straight answer or sod off.
I feel really bad. I've cut off Ross's thing,
But if you want to vote for
dare us
the
do that.
Hall of Fame, go to patreon.com/cultaholic.
And the choices were Gangrel's entrance.
Survivor Series '98.
And Tegan Noakes.
It's a strong trio this time.
Yes, and also Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland
Not
Drive.
Mulholland Drive.
Okay.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
The Raw and SmackDown recap. Start with the bullet points. The Bálor twins confronted the Raw's women's champion, Ronda Rousey.
She's the best in the world, isn't she?
She's good on the mic now as well.
Everything she does.
Jesus.
It's got a lot of interesting feedback on Twitter.
It did.
Obviously,
Where do you stand it? Because obviously people are saying having to go at the Bálor twins for their husbands and whatnot, tired now. Whereas other people I think it's fantastic that she went there because it was still a shock, wasn't it, when she said it?
I thought it started off well, and maybe not like the exact lines that were scripted, because the point of it was good, but it had that very clunky, someone wrote this stuff, like, we'll get rid of you, like the ulcer on the lip of wrestling, or whatever. It's like, what the hell? It was something really forced like that. She said, you suck, it would have been all right. But it was like, okay, yeah, good heated promo. And it felt like they were trying to do Daniel Bryan and Miz with the, talking about real stuff. It's all right. And so I didn't mind Ronda Rousey, because you slept with John Cena at the top, ooh, because all the stuff the Bellas were saying, it wasn't quite, we're the best, suck it. It was like, yeah, we made divas a thing. We were good at this. We're the guys who were starring on the TV show.
That's a good heel delusional promo, that, though, isn't it?
Yes.
But no, but that's what I mean.
But they
there
weren't
is truth
delivering
to
it.
it.
They weren't really delivering it like heels to me.
That's what I mean. It's you have to pick a side here. You're
Yeah.
Brian, or you're Rosie, or Bella, because there are people who do like the Bellas.
Yeah.
Even if they're trying to be bad, and then they are right. There are people that want to like the diva stuff and love the diva TV show and everything else like that. They like that. They don't like Rousey. And I thought it was all right. So if Ronda Rousey's saying that, I'd say, okay, because she's echoing what a lot of people are thinking. Well, especially on Twitter, Jesus. So it's like, all right. However, I think the issue comes with the fact that the Bellas couldn't really rag on Ronda for her personal life. If they'd said something like, yeah, didn't you get knocked completely out in your last UFC appearances? And wait a minute, aren't you too busy denying Sandy Hook to have watched us when I were women's champion or something like that? I think it's one of these things where if they'd be allowed to go all out on her, that's fine. But it felt more like, let's make Ronda look good over, let's make the Bellas equal. Because like I said, there's two perspectives. Some people do like the Bellas.
You've opened my eyes
really
here,
hard to
Maffew.
believe.
You've opened my eyes. I never thought of it that way.
Maybe, again, I tend to as I just explained, David Lynch.
Yes.
So people look at it and go, no. A lot of people did not like the fact that Ronda Rousey brought up the personal lives. But I'm like, okay, I can get where people are coming from. And again, this is the 3 White Male podcast. But yeah, I didn't seem to mind it because, again, it seemed to be more personal than usual to force a reason for this match to be happening.
Yeah.
I'll stop pulling now.
I liked it. I understand why it was controversial, but just watching it as like a fan without trying to think about it too deeply, I was just blown away by how much she's improved on the mic. I was like, wow, she's improved at it so quickly.
I just morphed into a teenager man and went, oh, she didn't.
I mean, in fairness, the crowd did go, oh!
Yeah, they did.
You know.
Yeah, that was
But you've opened my eyes to a new perspective. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
a whole
Which we will
new
ignore.
world.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see next week. And if, like, again, if the Bellas get to go all out on Ronda, it's like, all right, great. I tell you what, if one of the Bellas does go, look, I've got a higher knockout percentage than you in the last 3 years.
Oh, yes.
That joke last week, I thought I'd do it again.
Oh,
Bobby
fair enough.
Lashley defeated Tyler Breeze.
This was weird, wasn't it?
Yes.
We've got big Papa Pump Bobby Lashley now.
Super good looking. I was glad to see Tyler back for like 4
I
minutes.
thought about Bobby Lashley.
That's the gimmick he's got now, though.
Yeah.
Super good.
Lashley.
But I thought it was weird how they had them go to Finn Balor, one of the,
You wish you looked like this. I'm like,
No, he doesn't. He wishes he looked like Finn Balor. he's drop dead gorgeous, isn't he, Maffew?
Oh,
I would.
sorry, what you were
Finn
saying? I
Balor.
was
do you see?
like, superimpose an
do you
image
see-
here. It's like,
Did you see Chuck Taylor's tweet the other day?
what was
It
it?
was like, right, some people need to stand up for justice, and if no one does, then I will. Out Finn Balor, your dick's too prominent, man. Put it away.
And he really is reaching Alex Wright levels. And Scott Keith had a good line here. It's like, if Alex Wright had used the Bronco Buster, he would have killed his opponent. So, yeah, good for Finn Balor.
But yeah, Bobby Lashley's got a new gimmick.
Scott Steiner.
It is. It's essentially that. He poses now. He's got big muscles, and Leo Rush goes,
Wow.
"Didn't you wish you looked like him?"
Yeah.
Better than babyface Bobby Lashley.
Oh, 100%
Yeah.
improvement.
I'm just
shame
sad, I'll be sad when he squashes Finn into dust, but
you know what? I won't be sad because, I mean, we won't get Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal Part 9.
good God, it's the feud of the century.
Yeah, it lasted a century. AOP defeated Conquistador.
That was Kurt Angle, or was it?
Dun, dun, dun. No, it wasn't even Eric Angle, sadly.
I thought it was fun this little bit. I didn't mind it, I thought it was quite funny.
I liked Super Mario Sunshine Kurt Angle
Yeah.
wearing his gear.
Someone said he looked,
guys.
Was it Corey Graves said he looked like what's he called? Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, man. What's he
That
called?
was Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Thompson. Yeah. He did look like him as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, you go the other way. Hannibal Lecter at the end of Sansa.
Angle's the best when he's either.
I thought it was funny.
It worked when he was younger, when he was like super intense wrestling machine Angle, or when he was the totally opposite dorky Angle. I love dorky Angle so much. And
What's
he's
that
just-
promo of the week where the Undertaker's backstage being all intense and putting his gloves on, and Kurt comes out with the star-spangled banner, bandana, and glasses. Hey!
He's a very, very funny man.
He could do comedy very well.
Yeah.
Yes. This seems to be going all right, even though I'm there going, wait a minute, not to be that guy. How does Baron Corbin have power over Angle if he's...
Because he's Stephanie's lackey.
Yeah, but,
That's why Stephanie's not on TV, because Baron's doing her work for her, because she cannot be arsed.
but doesn't Angle just go, you don't have authority over me? Aren't we at the same level? I know, I mean, really, I'm just
You
wrestling
can't get
GM
into-
thing.
I
I'm
mean,
looking
Just
German-
like the
German
Dwight
Triple
K.
H fight.
shoot to Stephanie's Michael thingy. Scott.
Okay, yeah, that's good
It's
enough
like,
for me.
do you
Thank
remember
you.
when Triple H fired Vince and it was all a bit like, I think the board told Triple H to fire him. I don't know, it was weird.
The board spelled B-O-R-E-D.
Wow.
The Shield defeated Braun Strowman and Raw Tag Team Champion. Yeah, great. The third time we've had this happen. And God, I mean, if you were a fan of Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, then this was the Raw for you. They were all over
What's
this.
wrong with Dean? And what's wrong with his marriage?
What's wrong with Dean?
What's Renee been saying?
Renee said on commentary, he's like, Corey Graves was like, can you give us an update as where this man's been? And she's like, no, I've not seen him for a couple of weeks. And then she goes, if you want to keep track of Dean Ambrose, you've got to fit him with a GPS tracker. And it's like, either she's a psychopath or he's a dirty man. More than just dirty deeds. Dirty deeds.
They did.
Done, don't you?
Double meaning.
It was weird how they were like, oh, Ambrose runs on Ambrose time, never know when he's going to show up. And then he turned up, helped them out. And then backstage, Rollins was like, look at you running on lunatic time. And Ambrose was like,
You call us a lunatic?
Well, you call yourself a lunatic and have done for like the past 4 years. It was really weird.
Yeah, I do like as an ongoing thing. The only except it was what must have been about an hour of wrestling between these guys on this one show.
Combined, yeah,
but
yeah.
the storyline with Dean getting more paranoid. It's like, oh, thanks for my assist. Oh yeah, what are you saying? Like everything I do isn't good enough. Am I not always there to help you? But it's like, okay.
Then it was all fine and roses by the end of the night, wasn't it?
I'm gonna
Unlike
just before, I'm gonna really enjoy it, and I don't think it's very likely, but I'll really enjoy it if all this Dean build-up has been like misdirection, and then one of the other two turns. I'd like that, but you know.
It can only be
That
Roman,
can't-
surely.
Well, if
No,
Roman
well,
turned
that's
out
not
great.
happening. And
Oh,
if
I'd
Seth
love it.
turns again,
can't-
it's
Well,
like, that
can't
can't
be
be.
Seth, but if somehow they did decide to pull the trigger and turn Roman, I'd love it. But yes, sorry, carry on.
It's never happening.
I agree.
We're going to talk
Oh,
about
yes,
Drew.
and Braun getting really fed up of the booking. So they take it out on Drew. So Drew was like, nah.
Drew's the best.
We're getting
you do
that
his
match
accent?
now.
Drew McIntyre. Hey.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, sort of.
Why wasn't Joe Hendry on the Impact show?
Joe Hendry.
That guy.
I know they couldn't fit him, but I hope he's still getting storylines and feuds now. He's currently feuding with Murder Clown from AAA.
What the hell? Was that just because they were doing the Mexico shows?
I guess so, but what an opponent for Hendry to have on his resume.
Jesus. Because they had La Parka, but it's not
Not that
the
it's-
real
it's
La
the
Parka.
real-
LA
It's
Parka.
legally correct La Parka.
Yeah, right. It's a Lucha Twitter explained to me, if it's called La Parka, it's not La Parka.
It's got to be LA Park.
Yeah. Anyway.
Mulholland Drive. Because it's in LA. Did you see what I've done?
Oh.
So no, Hendry. Yeah, but Drew looks like he's gonna get a big push. Hopefully, a massive.
I'm
push.
looking forward to that match, Drew against Braun.
Me
Could this
too.
be like Dean and Drew splitting away and calling their own thing?
Oh, that'd be good. I'd enjoy that.
D&D.
D&D.
Or what did Kirschman call him and Dolph? The Double D Express or something.
Jesus Christ.
No wonder he's not there anymore.
The Titty Express. Oh, that'd be great for Dean. Yeah, great.
Tea
Master.
Master. Oh.
SmackDown 1000. Mr. McMahon made a surprise appearance during Truth TV.
What happened? What was this?
Oh, God.
What happened here?
They tried to cram 3 hours of content into a 2-hour show and kicked it off with Vince McMahon going, let's dance. Get off.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, I forgot about the thing. The other highlight of Raw was the fact that they were, well, the news story that's been going on, headlines around the world. Suppose like, the Bellas. Look at the TMZ talking about the Rousey storyline. The split, whatever. I don't think split if they went together in the first place, but there we go. Yeah, my man's danced. Said, yeah, we're here. Proof we're still alive.
Shane's back full time now, apparently.
Oh,
PW
God.
Insider. So it's going to be the Shane McMahon show again. I can't wait. My favourite thing, that Shane go to the superstars. It's all going to be about you now. And then insert himself in every single storyline.
The Usos defeated Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles.
Well, good because they're a tag team, and Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles are a tag team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like it when tag teams beat two established guys. Makes sense. Evolution's reunion ended on a tense note.
Apparently, it went really, really long.
Oh, well, you can't tell because the match that followed this, but before we get to that, what do you guys think about Evolution getting back together on a brand that they were never on to begin with?
Yeah, that was
Orton just didn't care.
He was
Yeah.
great, wasn't he?
Him and Bautista stole the segment for me. I think Bautista's promo was really good. He can finally do a babyface promo, which he couldn't do back in the day, I thought.
He was in his hometown, which helped.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was really good with the Ric Flair thing. Keep that in your pants, you dirty old man.
Triple H found that way funnier than it was.
I hate Triple H was making me cringe with his emotional face, and he's like, "Oh, look, this, we're all friends." Oh, made me sick.
So also the promo, like Bautista said at one point, the Triple H has done everything there is to do in this business apart from beat him, Dave Bautista, and they sort of squared off. And
It's been shared on Reddit. It's on Raw. Triple H pinning Bautista,
Yes, 'cause-
which I didn't mind Bautista saying that because I researched the one-on-one records.
He's
And
never beaten
Bautista's
one-on-one,
beaten him like 17 times to 0, which I didn't. So it's,
What's that match on Raw where Triple H pinned him, not a singles
it
match?
must be a tag match or something because it's not a singles one.
Oh, so he's actually not beating him in a singles match?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that did.
Oh,
yeah.
is that a real thing then?
Yeah, I like
oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
I know the Triple H hasn't. He's won an elimination chamber or two that Batista's been in, but
But doing the
that's
one
not
where he could have
necessarily-
saved him but didn't.
Yeah,
save him,
yeah.
That was good.
But no, I mean,
Oh, I
is it a
didn't know
match
that.
you'd want to see?
Not
Do you want to see
really.
Batista decimate Triple H one more time?
I don't know. What Middle Eastern country are you from and how much money do you have? Nah, but it'll probably happen because we can only push people from this era.
If it's just an excuse to give Triple H's win back, I'll be cross. Because I
God
think,
damn it. Triple H pins him.
yeah, because Triple H recently has just been getting the past few years he beat Sting when he shouldn't have. He's been losing as well.
Roman Reigns for the title. Well, kind of, for the Rumble.
No, he lost. Oh, the Rumble.
he
he beat
he
Roman Reigns.
beat everybody for it, I guess.
And I mean, if this match does happen, I'm pretty certain that Triple H is going to win because he appears once a year at WrestleMania and he's lost the past few in a row. And everyone's starting to go, "Oh, is he that good anymore?" So Triple H is going to go, "Yeah, I am going to beat the animal right now."
Then he wrestles Undertaker in a 45-minute match. He goes, "No, I'm not."
What animal was Batista in the end? Ross
I did an article. It's on cultaholic.com. I can't remember.
You'll have to find the link and click it yourself.
I did a series of clues going off his theme song and his person and his life story, and
So it's
came
like-
to a conclusion.
Was this written when you were on the whiskey diet?
No.
Oh,
Completely sober. It's one of my 2 best articles on cultaholic.com. The other being which breed of dog is Roman Reigns.
I like that article a lot, actually.
Napoleon Mastiff is the answer to that question.
But it's all about the journey, not the
So I've
ending.
got I've split it off into several characteristics and matched it to dog traits, and it turns out he's a Napoleon Mastiff. You seem overjoyed by that conclusion.
Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair exchange jaw-dropping words on the WWE.com's finest. Jaw-dropping words on the cutting edge.
Becky Austin. What a bitch, eh? What a Jezebel.
Becky Austin.
Mind you don't break your neck stepping through the ropes, Edge. I love that one.
And the crowd were like, "Oh my god, yay!" Because
Yeah.
I mean, he was being a bit condescending, and I like Edge. We all like Edge. He looked dog rough.
Oh,
I thought his hair looked delightful.
he's always had great hair.
Yes, he has.
He's let it go. It was all straight and whoa.
Like I said, it really sucks for a lot of. There's a lot of these people that you watch in standard definition. You see them when they're much older and uglier.
I
like
realise
myself.
I've just made a mess of my Hall of Fame pick. I was going to go for Edge
Oh, why?
because of his Twitter spat with Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
You've seen it with Papoof. What are they called? Papoof?
Papooses.
Papooses.
The-
Papoose
I know what you
Katie
mean,
Carey
but yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Piers Morgan's been having a go.
Edge had a go at him.
Yeah, because he's his
Yeah.
dad as well.
Because Piers Morgan said that you're
Yeah, I know.
emasculate
Don't
yourself.
want to give him any
use a
attention.
papoose.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Edge was like, look at me wearing me what's she called off bloody Frozen? Isla?
Elsa.
He's wearing an Elsa dress with his daughter. He's like, oh, my daughter wanted to wear that. Look at the size of me cock because of it.
He didn't say that.
Pierce Morgan was like, "Oh yeah, you're right, dude."
Piers
Jeez.
Morgan was like, on this day, I see clearly that your cock's massive.
Finn Balor should have replied with that picture of him doing that.
Well, Edge schooled Piers Morgan.
Just on the topic of that picture of Finn Balor, James Hans is our favourite Photoshoppy man on Twitter. He does Photoshops of our faces on the funny things and that, right? But he's been sending me, and James, I'm not going to retweet, I'm really sorry. He's been sending me a picture of my face Photoshopped onto Finn Balor doing that, and it's too cringy. I can't.
Why?
I don't know.
Is he the guy that photoshopped my face on every single one of the wrestlers on the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain cover?
That sounds like James Hans' work, yeah.
All
I've
of them,
got two
including Tori Wilson.
He
Carry
did
on.
me and Pacitti as Undertaker and Triple H for the Super Showdown, which is on the Cultaholic Twitter page. But he's also been doing me and Rusev on Titanic, at the King of the World
I
bit.
say
How come you get the good ones?
he's got some good ones, but I'm sorry, James, I can't retweet that Balor one. It's too cringe, man.
James Hans there. I think it's James Hans 77, is it, on Twitter? I'm
I'm
not
not
too
positive.
Oh no, I'm going to encourage him now. Oh, like that guy that recognised me yesterday walking on the
Oh.
street, but down the bit we're walking at, lots of homeless people. So he was like, "Excuse me, excuse me."
You didn't.
So I was like, trying to ignore him, and he went, "No, Maffew." And I went, "Oh, what?" And he went, "Oh, Cultaholic." I went, "Oh my god, I thought you were homeless. Sorry."
Oh, man. I was really worried.
So
you were
I'm
gonna-
sorry, Pete or Paul.
I was
Whatever your name.
really worried you were going to have said he came over and you went, I've not got any change. I'm sorry, mate. Well, I've not got any change. I just thought you were going to pie him off.
I was just trying to be like, I was like, "Oh, I'm in work mode."
No.
You homeless kid. Oh, you're a fan. You're a fan.
I'm
Don't
always-
don't say it on Twitter. Don't say it on Twitter.
No, to be fair, I'm always proper polite to the homeless people, unless they're aggressive.
You don't know their story. You don't know
Yeah,
why
exactly.
they're there. Don't be
Right,
so
right.
disparaging
That's
towards
right,
them.
Matthew.
You arsehole. I'll ride past one on my bike every morning now. He sleeps under the bridge down there. Or say hello now.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Say hello to him.
Say hello.
What does he say to you?
No, that's he starts. He goes, Aries. I was like, hello.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's
all
nice.
right.
Just carry on. One morning he's going to knife, isn't he?
We're all thinking it. The bad if he did the New Day to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Ooh,
Yeah.
good, because the New Day, I think the only reason they had it was because, well, they're great, but also so Kofi Kingston can beat the record for longest reigning, most days as tag champion.
Yes.
Even though, with an asterisk, most of those were during the Freebird rule, meaning Billy Gunn still has the woman for a proper tag team.
No.
All hail Billy Gunn. And also, to celebrate SmackDown 1000, we had Big Show's 1000th heel turn. Yay, great.
It's come at a weird time for me. Because on Raw,
Yeah.
obviously, the team of a giant monster and the tag team champions went their separate ways. But now on SmackDown, we have a giant monster and the tag team champions back together again.
Funny that,
It's like the absolution
I was
situation.
about to say, yeah. Yay, great. Happy for the Bar, because obviously they deliver well, despite the fact that Sheamus is apparently incredibly injured, but still picks it up. And then there's just Big Show. Rey Mysterio defeated Nakamura to qualify. Oh, no, actually, well, even though it's not on here. So, yes, obviously, they try to fit a lot in this 2-hour broadcast, which is why we had They go through like split-second thing of Edge backstage with Kurt Hawkins. It's like,
That was
remember me,
supposed to
Edgehead?
be. Sam was supposed to be on that, wasn't it, originally? But then it wasn't for some reason. Because I was doing a joke about Zack Ryder on the phone, weren't they?
Yeah, could either said, where's Zack Ryder? Okay, now go to the match. Because of that quick, it was just like, it's Edge backstage with Kurt Hawkins. All right, well, whatever.
Like, Edge was properly speaking, cutting a promo. You could tell by the way he was going, but no, they cut the sound off.
I've always... and we go back to this.
There's rumours that Zack Ryder's going to go on 205 Live.
How?
God.
He's massive, isn't he?
Aye.
I think it was Zack Ryder. Just going to check, actually, but carry on. Sorry. I haven't just
You're
said.
going to get confused.
You'd have
It's
to
not
lose a
him.
limb to weigh 205 him.
Anyway, poor guy.
Although saying what am I saying? Because Buddy Murphy's never been 205 Live yet. He's the league champion.
He's quite short, though, isn't he?
He's thick, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's a thick lad. T-H-I-C-C-C. Probably that's how to spell it online. I'm cool.
T-H-I.
C-C-C. What was the top one? Yeah, so Rusev versus Miz.
Oh, yes.
When, 30 seconds from his music was still playing, practically he's like, the match is on, and the first move. Like, it's like, hurry up.
Yeah, 205 Live with Zack Ryder is a rumour.
Bloody hell.
I know.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Sad woo, woo, woo. No, I apologize. Zack Ryder's
It
apparently a
can't be
big fan
that
of
bad
mine.
for him, because I watched a video on WWE's YouTube channel where Zack Ryder drops no less than $1,300 on toys. One of them being like when you get the wooden mold thing for a Hasbro figure before they make it, the prototype.
Oh, wow.
He's now, it's quite impressive actually. He's got the full set of Macho Man Hasbros, all the way from like wooden mold to the double sized prototype they do so they can get the detailing right, and then he goes on. He's got all of them for the Macho
He
Man.
also
Go big or go to 205 Live.
also now his girlfriend's running the performance centre, Chelsea Green, so that's lovely.
He's got it all.
Yeah,
Well, kind of.
God bless him. We like you, Zach.
I like that.
I like that.
Even
Right?
if WWE doesn't. And Mysterio defeated Nakamura in a very quick, all right match to qualify for the World Cup. And then Undertaker made his entrance, 8-minute long entrance.
He got to move on. To be fair to him, relatively speaking, but yeah, apparently his is one of the segments that bit the dust because of Evolution. The promo was supposed to be a lot longer according to PW Insider, but it was 12 words instead. So it's not his fault. Even though you know,
wait, is that real?
Yeah.
That was a pretty funny joke they said, but it's true.
No, it's
It was
true.
going to be 12 words, but that was just 3. I found it funny. All right, always, like I said, different.
I didn't tell. What he did was 12 words, but it was supposed to be a lot longer. That's what I
Yeah.
said.
I misheard you. I thought you said he had 3 words, but it was supposed to be 12. So
I should have done that.
Yeah,
In
sorry.
hindsight, but there you go.
well, edit that. It's fine. And NXT UK made its debut.
Yes,
Anyone get a chance to
One
see this
sign
yet?
was there,
I've seen some bits.
and one sign was Cultaholic.
Cultaholic.
That's right.
Shout out to that man.
Oh yeah.
Well done. From what, July? When it was
Oh
recorded.
God, it was, wasn't
It
it?
might be dead now.
It was decent. You can tell that it's an NXT offshoot because it's similarly sort of produced to NXT. To be honest, it wasn't as like much of an opening show as I thought it was going to be. It just felt like this is an episode of NXT UK, which was weird. It was just like,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed the wrestling on it. Thought the wrestlers did well, especially the main event. Pete Dunne and Noam Dar, good match. Who's going to beat Pete Dunne ever?
Yeah, a ridiculously long length.
Yeah,
Finn Balor sized.
What about his title reigns?
It's weird because it's like, wow, it's really impressive. And you go, hang on, you have not defended it that much, have you? It's almost Lesnar in terms of like
He's
defenses.
injured now as well, and he Pete, so it's not going to be defended for a while.
Apparently
Think it's
so.
like, you can lose a dar. Ooh, me leg. Just take the title of the hospital.
No, that was filmed before the injury. Get your timeline.
Tell you what, I enjoyed watching British professional wrestling on a big platform without having an epileptic fit. 'Cause that's what would happen to me with World of Sport.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I gave up after the second episode, mate.
It wasn't my thing. I'm not saying it's bad.
But it
was
wasn't
so
that. It was
invested in it.
just for the camera work. I couldn't sit
Oh.
through it.
I was so invested in it. It was starting to like. It was something that me and my mum used to talk about. She'd get involved.
Really?
She watched it. She loved it. She loved it. She thought it was really, really good.
See,
but,
that's what I mean. So there was an audience for it.
But she wouldn't like NXT UK. I don't think.
People like having something to watch before Take Me Out. So
She's more of a Coronation Street. So yeah. Anyway.
no comment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched it and was like, okay, yeah, nothing wrong with the wrestling, nothing wrong with the wrestlers. But it was like watching a UK show where an Ireland show where they're all wrestling. Like they're trying to be WWE, so there wasn't the interaction you'd get at a show. So
Yeah,
it felt like
yeah.
a very interpersonal one.
It kind of did with Trent and Tyler's promo, they had a little bit of back and forth with the crowd here and there.
Yeah, but like during the matches, so it felt like them wrestling WWE style rather than the style that they would usually do at these events. But
I love the Bomber. I like that nickname for the bastard.
Oh, Dave Mastiff.
The Bomber Dave Mastiff. I like that.
Bomber
Worse
Dave
than
Mastiff.
being a bastard.
I know, but they can't say bastard, can they?
I know.
Bastard Bomber.
It's the best of a bad situation.
Who do you think is going to win the NXT tag team titles? Because I don't think it'll be Mustache Man. I think that's too
I
obvious.
think it's
The Bomber
coffees.
and the
Coffees.
Bastard.
They look like they're building it around the coffees, don't they?
That's great, by the way. I'm very happy for them both.
Thick boys. Oh.
Oof. Yeah, I hope they don't. God damn it. I hope that they leave them to do the ICW feud because they had to take it off the last big show they did. So it might be very low at the earliest they can do it.
I hope that it's some like proper indie. I hope it's the Anti-Fun.
I hope it's Jodie Fleisch.
Oh
and
my
El
god!
Ligero.
Can you imagine?
I'd love that. Jodie Fleisch and El Ligero.
Get that tag team back together.
I hope it's.
CC, any incarnation of CC.
I was going to say inflatable Lycos.
Yeah, inflatable Lycos.
Did Jodie Fleisch and Ligero have a name in 5-star?
I don't think so. I think they were just
It's a
Jodie
shame.
Fleisch and Ligero. A good tag team.
Ligero had his British mask on, of course.
No, they did have a tag name. It was El Ligero because they're going to have one name on the Titantron. Again, another
God
5-star
bless
reference. Take a
5-star
show.
wrestling.
Wasn't a blowy episode, but looked like it was set in the stones. Set in the stones? That's a wrong expression.
Setting the
Sowing the
wheels into
seeds.
motion. Laying the
They're-
foundation.
They're putting something in a garden and waiting for something to come out.
Potting
Yeah.
the plants.
Yeah, they are.
Yes. They're getting rid of the weeds.
Waiting
Right,
for them
it's
to
on.
grow. Flourish into lovely sunflowers.
Trees.
Is that all we're gonna? Is that all of the wrestling?
But it's not all the rest. It's all what stuff I've managed to watch. And we'll watch MMC or NYC.
Yeah, I watched it. I
Oh.
watched it. It was a good episode of the Mae Young Classic, apart from Tegan's injury. Still, apart from that, good stuff. Maya Yim looked good, but I think she's out now. Tony Storm has progressed.
Oh, and Dirty Dragon lost
is
the
it?
loser leaves match in Dub X Dub, so he's out. I'm very sad, but it does coincide with the release of JoJo Volume 5 coming out on Crunchyroll. So I know he's a big fan of it. I
Okay.
do suspect he's just quit, so he doesn't miss an episode.
Was that just a shout out for your pal there?
It basically
All right.
was, yes. You have your school friend, I have my German friend.
All right, cool.
I
goes
live,
for the
I live
Netherlands.
alone.
No.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
Oh, time for the mailbag.
Mail.
Oh, better make it Hello, I'm on this episode.
Oh
All right,
my
there we go.
god.
I had 50 quid because of that. All right, shut up. Hi, lads. Again, first time watching this. I never read these before they read out to me, so
Yo.
read out to me. Hi, lads. If you could book yourself into a feud with anyone you've had a bit of beef with on Twitter, wow. How many matches would you have, and what stipulation would you bring into it? Cheers, Craig. P.S. Jack, don't forget to tell Sami Callihan he's pretty.
Yeah.
Is this go on then? What happened?
I interviewed Sami Callihan in Manchester
Oh, yeah.
for Wrestling Media Con.
He might be watching this.
Yeah, he watches the channel, watches Wrestle
Yes,
Talk
'cause
also.
he-
We talked about he just lost his hair in a hair versus mask match against Pentagon, and I mentioned it, and he looked at me dead in the eyes and was like, "Tell me I'm pretty. I'm still pretty, right? I'm still pretty." And then he made me kiss him on the cheek, and then that was the end of the interview.
So what match would you wrestle him?
No, it's not him. I've never had Twitter beef with Sami Callihan.
Who have you had Twitter beef
I've
with?
got one.
Oh, have you actually got one? I thought you'd be really polite and diplomatic.
Jeremy Borash.
Oh, really? What happened?
I didn't like the final deletion when it was first about. And
Oh, no
I
one
said some
did.
very outspoken things on Twitter about it. And obviously, at the time, Borash was an Impact and reportedly the creative mind behind, or one of the creative minds behind the final deletion. In my opinion, I prefer Matt Hardy. He's my favourite creative mind behind the final. But Kenny McIntosh, my friend, he loved the final deletion. He was like,
Because he was booking the Hardy Boys next week.
so he put two quotes side by side. One was by me, one was by Meltzer, and one was saying the final deletion's crap. One was saying the final deletion's really inventive and cool. And he put one of these as Jack the Jobber, one of these as Dave Meltzer. Guess which one's which?
Wow.
As if to say I'm not like Dave Meltzer, so I should shut up. And then Borash put, well, I've only heard of one of them, so I guess I'm only listening to one opinion. And I was thinking, you never heard of Dave Meltzer?
Yeah, I was going to say, perfect.
But
right there.
me and Borash got a bit into it. I've since deleted the tweets when he signed with WWE. And that's it. He probably doesn't remember. He was probably just like, I was barely a spot on his radar, but I'd have a match with Borash. Just the one. And that's it.
Because he made his, I guess, official kind of debut on WWE because he did the introduction to Mick Foley's Hell in a Cell stand-up thing.
Right.
So, not sure if he's actually part of WWE or that. Oh, no, yeah, he is, isn't he? Sorry, I'm being stupid.
Either of you guys?
Well, I've only had one.
Who's that?
With X-Pac. Early in my What Culture career, I wrote an article with several quotes, by the way, which were backed up by wrestlers. That X-Pac did a poo in Mark Henry's sandwich.
Right.
And Mark Henry ate it. So I put the quotes in from the wrestlers. And I used to tweet out the articles because I was told by the boss. And I just put, sorry, at Sean Waltman or whatever his Twitter handle is. Look what you did in here. And he replied saying, this is, you're a dildo. So we talked on email a bit back and forth. And he ironed it out and it was very nice. But yeah, he called me a dildo on Twitter. Because I went, hey, look at this, what you're in.
Yeah, you were a dildo.
So it's got to be a dildo on a pole match.
A dildo on a pole match.
Have they done that?
Maybe in WCW.
So book it on 2K19. Available now worldwide. Me versus Sean Waltman. Dildo on a pole match.
Wonderful. Twitter beat. I try not to have Twitter beat. Because even though I'm one of these people that can sadly be like, if I get 9 tweets and 8 of them are complimentary and one's negative, I'll focus on that guy.
Yeah, same,
Like when we Twitter followers he's got like 20. I'm like, ha! Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Actual Twitter beef. Well,
you must have had a wrestler just have a go at you.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there was the one I had, but it's all cool now, was, don't forget his name, Maffew. Don't look like a dick. Oh.
Describe him.
It's actually
What
got
an
up my head.
egotistical, big-headed bastard you
I
are.
hate it when people call me egotistical as well. I'm sorry people like me. Oh, no, think you idiot.
To be fair, you've probably had interactions with a lot of wrestlers.
Birmingham Blake.
Eddie Kingston.
No, God, no. Oh, well, kind of, but...
Yeah.
We've heard that one before.
Yeah, I know, right. Oh. This is absolutely doing my
Where does he wrestle?
CCW.
Oh, right. Danzig.
No,
Is
God,
that-
no. I nearly had issues with him because I happened to be in the USA for MagFest, so I'll coincide that with a trip to Philadelphia. So I go see the world famous ACW Arena.
Yeah.
What was then going to be the last ever wrestling shows at the arena. They're
Right.
since redoing them all. If you've seen any of the shows they did with Impact. Ooh, House of Hardcore could at least said the outdrew them at the arena. Jesus Christ. But yeah, went there and it was the last CCW show. And DJ Hyde was very nice, even though he's done other stuff, was very nice to me then. Said, oh yeah, we'll get you, you can come in and see the arena before the show starts and all this. And I was hoping to see Zandig. It was a turn for one night only to wrestle DJ Hyde. And I was hoping to get, if I get a Jesus from Zandig, that'd be great. Jesus. I'm very thankful that I didn't get to see him because DJ Hyde told me afterwards that there's 2 things he hated in his career, and that's one of them. And he said,
you've immortalized it there. You've set in stone.
right, like a guy I loved as a kid, because Zandig, big fat dude falling off stuff, yeah. And apparently DJ Hyde had gone up to Zandig at a restaurant. They got a meeting for a booking meeting, and he went, hey, Zandig. I went, what? Jesus. He went, don't you ever do that to me in my presence again. I'm like, oh my God, if I'd done that in front of Zandig, you'd be like, mother effing bomb off the apron or whatever.
Off the roof through a truck.
Yeah, right. Me and Joy Janela together. But yeah, so fast forward a few years though, lead his debut for GCW, this weird feud that turned into a work that turned into a shoot. Like Austin Aries wishes he could do. Zack making one appearances there and started going, no God, only Jesus. I went, yay! He's accepted it. I guess because all the people are like, can I give you money to say Jesus? Like, oh yeah, sure. I remembered it. Joe Gacy, long story short.
I know the name.
Again, I'm very sorry because he's improved since and yeah, blah, he's good, whatever. But he did on one night just decide to start having a go at me and be like, how does Maffew get to decide what is and isn't a botch in wrestling? He's not a wrestler. And I just replied, by watching your matches.
Oh, yeah.
And then all the wrestlers, his mates, like Lucky 13 or whatever, are like, oh my God, Maffew versus Gacy for Cage of Death and all this. And he's just like, Joe Gacy's got I was really, there was only one night I was dead funny. According to the wrestlers following this, going, yeah, Joe Gacy's on a lot of people's lips today. Everyone's going, who is Joe Gacy? Where's he talking to Maffew? And it is sport for me being quite mean. As you said, you don't realise what people are reading unless you tweet at them like a dildo. But I said, because he was a bad guy in CCW, but it was like, whatever, I don't care about you. He's in the main event as well. So I said, he's only a heel. He gets heel heat when he doesn't wear a shirt because he was fat. And since I tweeted that, then got in much better shape and is a way better wrestler. And I think we'll patch things up. I have no beef with him, but could he put me over? Hi. Ohio. Trying Jesus. Last year in school, my composition professor, what the hell is that, made us write about a problem in the world we want to fix. Most people pick sensible things like CTE awareness and global warming. Nope, not me. I wrote about the oversaturation of wrestling content and how it was damaging the product and the television as a whole.
No, you didn't.
Fair enough. Well, there's 3 loads of UK wrestling at the minute. So I didn't realise it was going to be a year-long project, and so the entire semester I had to write about wrestling. Oh, poor you. Anyways, my question is, have you ever written a legit wrestling paper for a class, and how well did you do? I got a B. Mike. Oh, good question.
No.
Me neither. So there you go.
Do you not count
Back
your-
on one of you two.
Do you count your stuff as essays?
I know.
Not for a school, no.
I know,
This is my
oh,
profession. This is my livelihood.
I know a girl who did like physics or like astrophysics or something at uni, and she did one about falling off a Hell in a Cell and the distance and the velocity and stuff. But that wasn't like a year-long thing. That was just like a short paper, I think. But yeah.
I was going to do for my dissertation about like racism in wrestling.
Were you?
Because it would be like 3,000 pages long.
Yeah.
But there wasn't anything I could use to quote source or anything like that. To like, I was going to quote, right, Alvarez or whatever. But like that, like, it's racist because some guy said so. But like, that would have been great. But no, but I've been sourced in dissertations before about wrestling, so I'm very proud of that.
My dissertation was on, it wasn't on wrestling, but it was on like the concept of heroism in post-war literature. It was this whole thing.
Oh, nice.
But it's made me realize that I seem to have some sort of like weird subconscious fascination with like manly men doing manly things because like wrestling. There you go. Yeah.
Mine was actually on the thing you asked on the avatar in video games.
Okay.
Like yourself, so it's called Choose Your Fighter, and the golden axe title screen on the
nice.
front. Glorious colour.
Oh, mine was just
and,
called
2-1.
Mine was a website dedicated to the sport of futsal.
Oh, nice.
Which you were supposed to have, you could pick 3 different things, and I went for the website version, which was the wrong choice because you had to write 4 times as many words compared to the other ones. So it was like 50,000 words in different articles and stuff. I did it in a week, which is the worst week of my life. So obviously on WordPress, you're lucky, so you can backdate articles. So I was backdating stuff months. Cheated me way through it, really. When I didn't cheat me way, just deceived them. Got a 2-1 in the end, but yeah, I interviewed the England captain of futsal and stuff. It was great, riveting stuff.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah,
and here
futsal.
2-1
Not watched
well?
the bid stint. Yeah, I think 2-1.
Hey, all the lads.
There we go. Call like 2-1.
You don't need to be clever to do well at uni.
You need to be clever. Well, you need to be clever, but not like book smart. Just need to be
Yes.
what's like a fox.
Cunning.
Yeah. The fact that we can't remember the terms shows how well it went for us. Hello, my favourite diddlers. In brackets, apart from my Uncle Billy.
Oh my god.
All right, where's this going? The other day, I tried to donate a kidney. I thought it would go okay, but they started questioning me when I got her from. What is the kindest gesture a wrestler's ever done for you? Sent by Ben D. Cock.
Oh,
He's
got
finally
you.
realised one.
He's got you there.
You normally read it out normally and then go, oh no, they've got us.
You are the Mo Sislak of this podcast.
They're a Ben D. Cock here. Finn Balor in the back. I'm a Ben D. Cock. Go on.
Kindest
What's the
gesture
question?
a wrestler's ever done.
Okay. Yeah. I've got one while you think.
Probably getting the door held open.
Nice. Who's that?
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, how nice.
He is a nice man.
He's a nice, you sit and talk to him. He's a nice fella.
Yeah. My Twitter got hacked, but in the weirdest way possible, where the guy who hacked it contacted me afterwards to basically say, yeah, I'm one of these people where, when you read so-and-so, PlayStation 3 has been hacked and all the data has been put on this website. Yeah, I'm one of those people that goes through the website, which there are terabytes of apparently. So I guess someone's got to have a hobby, right? So some people actually go through and go, oh, so-and-so. And they probably just did Control F and looked for me.
Oh, right.
Must have been other people he's looking for, right? And he goes, I wonder if he's changed his password. He hasn't. So he tweeted as me saying, Maffew, you need to change your password, you idiot. And Chris Brooks, of all people, made me aware of it because I woke up and basically I like the listening to stuff as I fall asleep. It's one of them people. And I woke up and it was like, without exaggeration, in the 70s, 77 missed calls from Chris Brooks. So, you're just waking up and you're like,
He's like,
oh my God, what's happened? So I'm like, and he's like, you've been hacked. I'm like,
is he a big Botchamania fan? Was he like, I cannot lose Botchamania?
You know what? It's not like we're like uber friends. Like, I'm not really uber friends with any wrestler, but we've been friendly. But I didn't realize how good a friend we were. So also next year I bought him a T-shirt. She was like, yes.
Does he think,
that's it. Paid
does he
off.
think that you're Lycos? Has he never seen Lycos without the mascot?
Yeah, I break easily, I guess. So, but
not very nice man as well. Lycos, love him.
Yeah, and so Chris Brooks like, Maffew, wake up, Maffew. I'm like, immediately, really worrying because nothing else had been hacked or changed, but I immediately changed everything. Yeah. Everyone get a 2-step verification process when you log into, for God's sake.
Mine's probably, I've not got a specific incident in mind, but various wrestlers have been really nice. Havoc, Hendry, Ospreay. Havoc's probably the one that's like the soundest, but Hendry, I know him better. I don't know. There's a lot of wrestlers who are nice people, but
Yeah, there's a lot of nice people.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're all generally nice.
Gestures.
I've only got a door being held open with mine.
I don't know. I genuinely can't think. I mean, I guess I genuinely see it as like a very cool landmark in my career was when Ospreay super kicked me. That was great. So that's probably a kind gesture in a way, getting booed in the face off someone. But, you know, I like that he didn't just nix the idea. He was like, no, we can do this and we can make it look good. So, yeah.
And he whipped you while chanting Botchamania.
He did. He beats me up a lot. He's done it a lot.
Like, everything great about the world in that one, like, Botchamania.
You little Jack Jobber, where are you? I haven't seen him for a while,
great.
actually, yeah. Oh, Ospreay got me and my last tickets to his wrestling show for free.
Oh,
There you go. That's one. Nice gesture from Ospreay.
I honestly think they're nice things, but why would they? Oh my god! I tell you what, anytime a wrestler's ended like a show and be like walking up nervously, like waiting to get my attention, whatever. But I'm like, well, I'm not going to do you. You're the famous one. They'd be like, big bad, whatever, big fan, man.
Oh, nice.
That's always like, hello,
They could crush any of us like dust.
right?
Into dust.
And they've got every reason to. Hiya, diddlers.
No.
Hi. Love the podcast and listen
It's
to it.
gone on for too long, that joke. Honestly.
It's going to bite us. I tell you, maybe I have to cut it out because my mum said that she started watching the show, which is like, okay.
Oh, no.
She said that she liked it until one of the bits I said, when I did the thing with Starcast. I've said it a few times, this joke, but like Starcast, it was me at the stage with Cody Rhodes, and you can tell which one I was. I was one of like a Make-A-Wish kid that had wandered up. And she went, I didn't know what Make-A-Wish meant. So my friend told me, hey, Maffew, you don't look like that. I hope she's watching this now. Oh, no. No, Christ. Watch the killers. Anyway. Hey, diddlers. That doesn't mean anything, Mum. Love the podcast.
It means a heel in professional wrestling. Look it up on Urban Dictionary. Yeah.
Don't ask anybody what a diddler is. They're not a wrestling fan. Maffew retweeted a video I posted of a dog causing havoc at an indie show near Bath. All right. Which has drawn some interesting comments. Mostly relating to the Kennel of Hell match and also the big diddler Roman Reigns. Yeah, but what type of diddler is he? My question is, with this doggo causing havoc, what is the strangest interference you've seen in a wrestling match? Or what would you like cause interference in a match? Okay. Keep up the good work. Mike of Wrestling Blog, spelled RASS, LIN blogs. Hashtag Team RB. I don't know what that means. Is that
Team RB.
Team Wrestling Blogs.
Oh, RB.
You've just spelled
so
it out.
You get paid the big bucks. Okay, good. Favorite, weirdest, strangest interference. There was another clip of a dog attacking not like ripping his throat out or anything like that, but like getting too involved in a Lucha Libre show. I think either this year or the last year.
Was that where John Morrison suplexes it?
Anything with dogs really. Strangest interference. That kid that climbs up the cage to batter Ted DiBiase. And
oh God, aye.
So the version I stick around.
Yeah. You buried me when I interfered on the North on commentary. You were like, oh no.
Yeah, you were a diddler.
No. Yes, fair enough.
I mean, my mind's just going to the bloody mummy. The mummy, the Yeti.
Yeti.
The Yeti.
That's the top one. That's the best one.
Oh, Mummy Hump and Hulk Hogan. Yeah, that's pretty hard to top.
Did the Boogeyman make his debut in an interference?
It'd always be like post-match.
Mm.
Or like Matt Striker comes out and says, boo, you guys are stupid. Look at me with my big, thick brain.
I like the one where I wasn't in a match though, was it? Well, I like whenever Edge dresses as a cameraman or something. That's always good. But I like when Dean Ambrose did it because you could just tell it was Dean Ambrose. Like he took the hat off and the wig and the mask and stuff. Yeah. But I like whenever there's a bit of like disguise involved. I like that. I've thought of one, a bit of an unorthodox one. When the Young Bucks were under the ring, so they tweeted, "We are under the ring" in a selfie in New Japan. I like that a lot. Meta.
I haven't seen it, but there's a website that goes through all Nitro recaps. I like to read at work when it's slow and tired.
Is it Uprocks?
It's maybe one of those
I
websites.
think it's it's bloody Brandon.
There's one time.
It's bloody Brandon.
I haven't even seen a GIF of this. Sting, so it's obviously 97, his crew outfit. DDP's been beaten up by NWO. He rappels down, saves DDP by grabbing him, and then they both go up. That's how the show ends.
Exciting.
Does he hook him into anything? I know what
I think he comes down with like I haven't seen the GIF, just read the description of it. I'm like, he comes down, I'll save you. Whoop.
They go quick. I've seen the GIF.
Like, I hope he's in a jacket or something. I was like, that's what I told you.
I mean, yeah.
That's a good interference. Saving someone.
Strange.
Adam Pacitti refused to lose.
The best one. The best moment in WCW history.
Oh, God.
That's the best moment. It was so good. The glow sticks and everything. We didn't hand out those glow sticks to, like, thinking the people would throw them.
Where?
No, genuinely. It was just like, oh, this will be good for Kirby's entrance. We were all thinking about the entrance because he was coming out as a big title shot. He was really over. Everyone had the glow sticks. It was like a big party. In fact, I think it was the fans' idea, the glow sticks. And then, why do you not believe? I'm not working you. I'm not working you, man. It's all. And then,
all right, Aries.
And then, I agree with Ross. It was fantastic.
Oh yeah, look great.
And
again, his huge ear-to-ear grin, like hey,
he was more like intense. He was like, you piece of. Oh, it was great.
And Jim Cornette's commentary made it even better. What the? Because he genuinely thought it was a fan. He didn't know it was Adam Pacitti.
It's Adam Pacitti.
El Ligario.
Oh,
That's Miller, that, yeah.
And who's returned to commentary?
Shockingly, I think I pissed him off on Twitter by saying, because he announced it on Twitter. Miller did, and I replied, "Did they, forget?" And he didn't. I don't think he replied.
Sorry, he's too busy working with 17 different websites.
Yeah.
Whatever, so.
If
you get yourself blackballed, you're knackered.
He's forgetting where he's come from, hasn't he?
Don't let money change you. Well, thank you very much for the questions, some of which better than others, but that's life. If you would like to send us a question, please make it funny and send it to
mailbag.com.
Mailbag@cultaholic.com.
Ross was right.
It's Cultaholics.
Big question.
Wow, what
Wasn't that fancy, eh? Bloody hell.
Better than I could have imagined in my wildest dreams.
And you have some wild dreams, don't you, Jack?
Hell bloody yes.
Thank you very much, 13 Inc. Or maybe it's XIII Inc. I am not cool. Real name Jackson. I love that fabulous intro. We have to follow that now. That sucks.
With a big question.
A medium-sized question with a big introduction. What the hell? Favorite SmackDown memories?
Right.
That's 1,000 years old.
No.
Well, mine's the supermarket brawl with Stone Cold and Booker T, where Booker T's cock does not come out.
Wow.
Does not come out.
I remember causing that because someone said it goes, why is no one else pointed out? And you're like,
It's just a crease in his trousers.
if you're told that's a cock, you do go, yeah, that is a cock. It's as soon as it lands, it's a perfect outline of a cock. But then you go, no, it's just someone did a JFK assassination step-by-step frame going, no, it isn't, but it's how it looks like it is.
But that's not just why. It's one of my favourite SmackDown moments.
I know when I was it for years and I pointed out, and then suddenly all of Reddit was aflame where Booker T's cock comes out. Why has no one noticed this? I was like, oh, you idiot. Oh, what a day that was.
But great segment.
We a lot of cock in this podcast, aren't there?
I actually have a favourite SmackDown match.
Favorite cock.
Don't worry. No one's cock comes out.
Oh,
That I know of. You might want to go back and watch it. You'll probably see one. But
Frame
it's
by frame.
Edge versus Eddie. No DQ.
I'd forgotten about that match until Edge brought it up.
Did he?
SmackDown 1000.
Oh, yeah.
Because they gave the standing ovation. I was like, oh yeah, they did. Because it was awesome.
It was really good. Eddie does like his sunset flip powerbomb off the ladder. That's like the smoothest thing I've ever seen. It's such a good match. That's one of my favourite memes.
You?
The first time I watched SmackDown, first match I remember, because the recap of the higher power thing was the thing I remember watching SmackDown first. First match I remember watching was the Buried Alive tag match.
Oh, Mankind.
Mankind.
Wow.
And yeah, just Big Show launching Mankind horizontally off the stage, him bouncing and then going in like Tiger Woods. Yeah, great memory.
Yeah.
And then I remember, if I remember right, should check this beforehand, doesn't Austin lock Triple H in a dark room with a rattlesnake?
Oh, was that SmackDown?
Yeah, because then Jeff Jarrett interferes, puts China in like a laundry basket.
No, they did it with the Perspex. That's the trickery, the Perspex.
Oh, like in the
locker
Jones,
room, in
right,
the showers when it had the rattlesnake and then Triple H.
Yeah.
He gets bit on the face. Well, he doesn't. Spoilers.
No, that was a tag match with Jim Ross. I'm sorry, I'm getting the things mixed up. But wow, what a crazy time for SmackDown tag matches.
Yeah.
Other favourite memories.
I watched one back the other day. is when JBL's in Japan with Godzilla.
What the?
And there's one bad line in it where I'm not going to repeat it, but he's a heel. But it's a genuinely funny segment because he's acting like he's been shot with a tranquilizer gun just so he can lure the Big Show to the ring. And he goes, "Oh no, I haven't," and then beats him up. And it's just he's acting all pissed, and then he strips down to his boxes, and it's genuinely funny.
It would have been
that one line.
Would have been even funnier if he'd done it in front of a crowd that understand a word he was saying. It's just bemused like.
It would have been better, but it was still very good.
Japanese guy's like, why doesn't Godzilla just shoot on him?
So I was shocked they had that on the opening package of SmackDown 1000, the picture of that moment.
Because it is a great photo. Like it's like wrestling out of context. It's just JBL versus a giant.
And another picture they had on the opening package was the Heidenreich Michael Cole incident, which I was shocked that they...
What the hell?
Yeah.
Where was he in Raw 1000?
I don't know. Yeah, but they referenced that. If you've seen it, you know. If you haven't...
I like that. It's up there with the JBL promo where he says we should turn Baghdad into a parking lot.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's good to see him representing to be on the Fox News network. It's all right, we're promoting change.
I think a shout-out deserves to be given to Talking Smack.
Absolutely.
Because there's two moments that stand out for me. There's the one where Daniel Bryan talks about the SmackDown fist. And he goes, because I don't know if you know this, Renee, but SmackDown used to love fisting. And she's just like, I can't believe he's getting away with it.
Oh, we didn't get it. Charlotte and Becky went through the set last week.
Yes.
So we thought that was going to be a setup to get
the fist, but we didn't
get it. Yeah, like Rhino Jericho and...
Oh, yeah. The other one is James Hogsworth, the big hog. When he
I was going to say...
everyone does the big hog dance.
I mean... Yeah, you call him the big hog, James Hogsworth. Wait, how can that even be true? Yeah, when he comes in, we all surround him. Big hog, big hog, big hog.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, God.
He didn't care. He knew he wasn't going to get fired. Saying anything.
So your top two moments doesn't include the most famous moment in the history?
No, they're not my top two. They're just a little shout out.
Top two.
Wait,
there's so many good moments there.
No, they're my top two. Talking Smack. Why? What's the
Miz and Brian?
Well, Miz Brian, obviously. Right. But I mean, what was your ones like? Was it Baron Corbin's like, aren't you afraid of the Undertaker? It's like, nah, not really. World needs ditch diggers. Baron Corbin got one really good line on Talking Smack, and that was it.
What's the other one? Sweet Beats.
I'm just saying that one wasn't in.
Yeah.
Why do you start with SmackDown? There's been a lot, hasn't there?
There has been a lot.
When you say SmackDown, what's the first cool thing you remember? It's like that's one.
Brock Lesnar throwing Zach Gowen down the stairs.
Wow. I was at a party one time, and it was 4 a.m, and we were watching clips because it was that point we're all just zombieing out, watching YouTube stuff, and for some reason someone said, put that on. It's like, all right. And my mate was not a wrestling fan. I was like, why did you do that? And he goes, well, they used to be friends. I just started making up stuff because we're, whatever. Lots of stuff happened that night. And I was just like, oh, well, see, they used to be friends. But then he had his leg amputated because of an incident. And he got a fake leg that was given to him. But that leg used to belong to a pedophile.
What?
So obviously he donated to science or whatever, so using it. And he said, you can't have a pedophile's leg.
What's
he went,
this?
but I needed to walk. He went, no, I don't like your pedophile leg. So he threw it on his stairs. And he's like, wow, wrestling's really cool.
So progressive.
Wow, get on WWE's creative team right now.
Pedophile legs, Zach Gowen.
I wish we just had the funny titles of old. That would be the title of this podcast. Zach Gowen's pedophile leg.
I'm glad we don't.
No
Zach Gowen's
monetization
like, what?
in the video.
He'd say watch on dildos if you saw that.
Other moments.
99,
Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar's Iron Man match is a good one.
Yeah, Brock and Big Show breaking the ring.
Was that the first time that happened?
Yeah.
Cool.
Rikishi, when you wrestled Triple H the first time, because they had the tombola.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, who's going to wrestle Triple H? And they're like, oh, the Brooklyn Brawler. Oh, no. Like, oh, let's do it seriously. Oh, let's get the Fink. And Fink came along and mocked them all over. It's like, no, you idiot. So he actually just picks them up properly. It's like, no, not a real wrestler.
Yeah.
He goes, it's Rikishi. We're like, and everyone turns around and stares at Rikishi like that in the back. And everyone's like, Rikishi. I'm like, oh, that's it. He's going to win the title. Rikishi's going to kick Triple H's ass.
He didn't win the title.
He did not win the title. But he did it for The Rock.
Yeah. A recent good one that I can think of is AJ Styles winning the belt in England. That was cool.
And I was there live for that.
Were you?
For SmackDown Live.
Oh, wow.
Makes sense.
You saw WWE title change?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jinnah's best match ever.
I've seen a WWE.
Unless you count the WLC.
Yes.
Obviously we don't.
Kevin Owens sticking the nut on Vince McMahon.
It's good.
Big moment.
Almost Shane McMahon just went away.
Oh, what a... I should not say anything for a few seconds. Remember that.
It's sad how good it's been when he's not been there, and now he's apparently back, and it's just going to be all about him again.
Money.
I'm going to cut a promo until someone shouts something in the crowd. Hey! And I'm going to look around like this, wondering what I'm supposed to say next.
Is that what he does? Does he get rattled really easily?
Oh, yeah, you're watching...
No.
Oh, obviously
He
not.
sweats profusely, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another great SmackDown moment.
What?
That's Shane did his best whale impression when he gets powerbombed on the crates by... I could watch that all day long. It's my Slack picture, you know, on the Cultaholic Slack.
Oh, is that what that is? That keeps on getting posted. Oh, okay. When you're on Slack.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
And the Hardy CM Punk feud, which I mentioned last week. But
Good
it's
one.
so good, it deserves another mention.
There's a lot of moments in there we probably forgot that people are going to go, you didn't put that one in.
Well, just leave it in the comment section down below. It's all good. It's all fine.
Yeah, no one watches the video.
Riffing off the top of our heads, give us a
Chill.
break.
And if you did watch last week's episode, remember to put down Jizzy Jizz Pants.
Jizzy Jizz Cock.
Jizzy Jizz
Was
Cock. I'm
Jimmy
sorry. Not
Havoc's-
cock again.
Jimmy Havoc's name.
somebody who sent one in, sorry, what's the word I'm looking for?
Submit a
submitted.
A
question.
submission for the jingle. Did a Jizzy Jig Cock jingle.
Wow.
Just said this is the Jizzy Jig Cock big question, I think is what they said.
And we didn't
The
use
Jizzy
it.
Jizz Cock big question.
Damn, next week.
For a one-off character played by Jimmy Havoc. We're going to name the whole thing.
SmackDown 6. Also, Kurt Angle's tag team partner, obviously the new Cames,
And a
is
sexy
Jizzy Jizz Cock.
I'm a sexy Kurt, another good SmackDown moment.
Yeah.
But we're done with that, aren't we?
Oh,
if
are we?
we've forgotten your favourite, sorry.
Sort of.
If you want to do more, if you want to talk about that, then you can
We,
go to
we give you permission.
then you can go to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
Let us open this gate for you. Now you can go through.
The Patreon is patreon.com/cultaholic, where you can vote on the big old Hall of Fame. I'm at Jack the Jobber on Twitter.
Art Ross on wrestling.
I'm Maffew Greg, and this is a puppet.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget, of course, to join us.
Oh, yeah! Cultaholic likes fisting, do they?